My name is Adam Hussain. I work for the Waverly Community School District, and I am currently an 8th grade social studies teacher at Waverly Middle School.
Since the public and the community schools have been canceled, how are you going about classes remotely off-site?
Things have been, rapidly changing. We found out about this March 12th, about 11 p.m. So many, teachers woke up to this news on Friday. When we arrived at school Friday, we had less than 50% attendance within our respective classrooms. And so at that point, the direction was, do what you can over the next, 3 weeks to ensure that you're offering enrichment opportunities. The Michigan Department of Education has a policy and it's a policy based on equity, that we cannot assign assignments remotely. We cannot assign grades remotely, or at least at this point. Obviously, we know there have been a number of executive actions. At some point, we might see an executive order that circumvents that policy. But as for now, we can't actually assign and then assign grades or attach grades to the assignments that we put out. We also cannot include remote learning as part of seat time. So what we're doing is we're doing everything we can to offer enrichment opportunities. Social studies 8th grade at Waverly Middle School, what that's looked like is we put together a resource page. We are every single day, we're going back on there, we're updating that resource page. There are links, there are reading suggestions, there are YouTube channels, things of that nature, just to allow kids to continue. Hopefully what we're looking to do is combat the learning loss that could potentially materialize over the next 3 weeks. We have pretty much everything that we had planned to do, not only for the next 3 weeks, but really everything we had planned to do over the next several months. And so we're hoping that kids take the opportunity to combat learning loss and to maybe get a little bit ahead in terms of their reading and in terms of just getting acclimated and familiarized to the information. Because when we come back, and assuming we come back after spring break, we're going to have to move at an elevated pace in order to get those students where they need to be at the end of the year, so that come next year they're ready to hit the ground running.
Is there anything you would like to personally say to students as a teacher in regards of this situation, and even being a parent yourself, having children of your own?
I think it's imperative that in terms of the resource, I should say resource-rich links that we're sending and things of that nature. I think it's imperative that folks access that. I think it's imperative that folks continue to read, continue to work on fluency, comprehension, arithmetic, the basics, the foundations. With that said, I don't think at this point, 3 weeks is going to be incredibly debilitating. I hope that families also take the opportunity to work on relationships and to spend time with one another. Typically we see anywhere from 6 to 15, depending on what zip code you have and where you live geographically within the state of Michigan. But we see anywhere from 6 to 15, even upwards of 20 days lost during the school year for snow. And we had an incredibly mild winter, and so we have that going for us. If this takes us only to spring break, I don't think we're going to see the type of learning loss that folks are concerned about. I think we're going to be able to when we come back, I think we're going to be able to right the ship, get kids where they need to be by the end of the year. But again, we just don't know at this point where we're going to be, because things are so rapidly changing. But for the time being, heed the advice of your educational experts. If those links are coming your way, access them. Spend a little bit of time each day with those resources, and continue to read.